welcome to the NEC and welcome to joining Honda. It's almost like first day of school, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely is. Everybody's new and everything is new, and I have a load of teammates as well, so I'm looking forward to the year ahead, and hopefully we can do a good job for Honda and put the CBR 600 back on the map.
Yeah, I mean, you join a long history of CBR 600s, and you look at all the old riders, Steve Plater and Carl Harris and Carl Crutchlow. That's a lot of big names you've got to match.
Yeah, and I think we can do what we need to do on the Honda this year with the development that Honda put in to make the bike stronger. I don't think it's going to lack in any area, and I've got the best team behind me possible to give me the best Honda to ride as well. So I'm really looking forward to getting testing and getting racing and challenging for wins and showcasing the CBR 600.
Cool. And what terms in terms of testing? Is it going to be December, January? Because there's no testing ban for Super Sport. You can kind of free reign to do what you want, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Obviously, we can do as much testing as we want. We just don't know when it's going to be yet, whether it's going to be December or January. So either way, I'm ready and I'm excited to get out and spin some laps on this and get used to riding the 600 again, because it's just going to be so different than the Superbike. So I'm excited and looking forward to it.
And final question, what does it feel like to be part of this big Honda team? We've just had the big group photo. You look to your left and right and you got TT stars, you got motocross winners.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm looking forward to having the atmosphere of teammates. Obviously last year I came from a one-man team. Yeah. No teammates, and the year before the same as well. So I'm looking forward to having the relationship with teammates, having a bit of crack and developing bikes as well at the same time. And I'm looking forward to getting the most out of this CBR 600 to then hand over to the lads to ride on the roads as well and watch them do a really good job on it. So I think it's going to be an exciting and fun year.
Cool. Thanks for your time, Jack. Welcome to the team. Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Cool. Welcome to the NEC, mate. Hope you're well. Congratulations on getting married. And how's the fitness? How's the feeling? How's the injuries?
Yeah, firstly, I got married as soon as the season ended pretty much, and now I went on holiday, had a bit of a honeymoon, and I kept training there, and every day you see step by step that you're getting better and better, and I kind of look back at how I was, or say what weight I was able to move whenever I was last racing at Brands compared to now, and with my right arm it's more than double of that. It's made a massive step. I nearly feel 100% now, I would say, and things are getting better and better. You come here to the NEC, it's that first chance for 2024. We see the new Fireblade, it looks mega. It looks like more than what we need, I think, to do the job for next season. So yeah, I have a lot of fire in my belly, a lot of motivation, and can't wait to get started. Cool.
And in terms of how you do the testing, because there's a testing ban in BSB, so how are you going to get bike fit? Have you got a track day bike you can use, or?
Yeah, I actually have one of the new 2024 Honda 600s that I'm building into a training bike, so I'll use that there, try to get out maybe 3 or 4 times before the season starts or before I go testing with the Superbike. Because we've got the testing ban, hopefully we can get out before Christmas, but I think that's going to be a little bit complicated, to be honest. But if not, it's March whenever we get on the proper Superbike, but by then, my body's going to be 100%. I'm going to be riding anyway, so I'm improving the flexibility, the movement in my arm with riding the bike, being in that position. So I think by the time that comes around, everything's going to be back to normal, and the old Andrew Irwin will be back.
Cool, mate. And finally, it's kind of like getting the team back together, because everybody's here at the NEC. We've got all the Honda riders, both road and off-road. What's it like to see all the team back together?
To come to the NEC with all the riders, we have a really good vibe, I would say. You've got John, who's like the elder statesman, if that's okay, and sometimes he's grumpy. It gets past 9 o'clock and you see him get a grump, and then you see him at breakfast in the morning, he's a different person, but he's fantastic. He's a fantastic ambassador, I think, for Honda. Still doing 131 mile an hour at the TT, finishing in the top 10 at 52 years old, 51, 52 years old. It's fantastic. Dean Harrison, 6 TT podiums last year, I think, on the TT, or on the podium at every TT done. Getting on a Honda, I think he's really going to take it to Hickman next year, I think, with this bike, with this package, and also the team that he'll have around him. I've ridden for different teams, and you see how good Honda is whenever you come back to it, and I think that'll help him take the step. Nathan, going to be his first proper year at the TT with Honda, and we've seen the steps that he made even in Superstock 1000. He's inside the top 10 at the end of the year. And Jack Kennedy, obviously 4-time British Super Sport champion, coming to ride the new 600 Honda. Yeah, I think it's a fantastic dynamic, and already we're having fun, we're having a laugh. And I think whenever we go testing, we'll have fun. Sometimes you can be away from home for a couple of weeks, and it's good to have that personality. Each person's slightly different. So I think that's important, but also we know what the job is. We take the job serious. So here, yes, we can have a laugh, but whenever we put the visor down, it's serious time, and we'll also put in hard work over the winter to make sure we're in the best shape come testing.
Well, mate, looking forward to seeing you back on the new Fireblade.
Thank you, mate.
Cheers, mate. Ta, mate. Dave, good to see you at the NEC. Brilliant end to the end of last year, which was top 10 at the last round at Superstock on your own bike. So you must have recovered from the injuries. You're all good, ready to go?
Yeah, I obviously wanted to make a point to come back, and after my injury at the TT, I was absolutely gutted to miss that. It's my be-all and end-all at TT, and I wanted to prove that I could still come back fighting and end the year strong and ready for 2024, and that's exactly what I did. At the end of the year, I ran my own team again with Honda's support, Harv and Chris and the team, and like I say, we got a top 10, and it's best ever result at British Superstock.
And it looked like quite a comfortable top 10. It wasn't like, it wasn't like half the field crash. It was hard conditions. Everybody was battling, and you were consistent in qualifying, in practice, really going well.
Yeah, qualified 8th, which is, I've never seen the lights, I've never been that close to the lights before. And then obviously it was wet, and I went backwards a little bit in the wet in the first race. But on the Saturday, that was on the Saturday. On the Sunday, I went from 19th up to 9th, and it was a good confidence booster, passing people and knowing that I can do it. And it's something I've always known I can do. I just needed everything to come together, and that's what happened. And like I say, you're only as good as your last race, so I ended 2023 in the right way.
And as we go into 2024, we've got a brand new Fireblade, changes to the chassis, more flex in it, changes to the aerodynamics. When do you actually get to do some testing?
So I think the plan is the start of March. I can't wait to get going on it, and like I say, look how good it is. Honda already had a super bike, it dominates Superstock as it is at the minute, so I think next year is probably going to be the Honda Cup, and can't wait to see what it's like around the TT course.
Cool. Looking forward to working with you next year, looking forward to see you back on the podium.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. First of all, Dean, welcome to Honda Racing, welcome to the team.
Thank you very much.
Second of all, not a lot of people will know this, but your first race bike, CBR 600, Elvington.
2003-2004 CBR 600 was my first ever racing bike, and it's like going back home, I suppose. I'm not quite sure how different this will feel to the old CBR, but no, I'm looking forward to it nonetheless.
Cool, mate. And for this season, you're going to be in Superbike, I guess, in BSB.
Yep.
And then what's your plans for the roads? All three?
Yeah, exactly. Be on the new CBR 600, the Northwest and the TT, and the new Superstock and Superbike, so I've got a full fleet.
That's going to be a lot of hard work.
Yeah, but it's what we do sort of year on year, sort of used to jumping bike to bike at the Northwest and the TT through the practice, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking for new bikes, so like I say, everything's all fresh and new, so I'm looking forward to seeing what everything goes like.
Cool. And speaking of new and fresh, this is the first time really you've been with a big factory team. We just did a big photo over there. You look to your left and you've got John McGuinness, you look to your right, you've got Jack Kennedy. What does it feel like to be part of this big Honda team?
No, I'm over the moon to it. It's it's massive to be part of the whole sort of thing. Really, it's just a little bit overwhelming, as I said. So it's like first day at school today, my new uniform. Yeah. But no, I'm just excited to be honest. I'm just trying to take it all in.
And finally, to have John McGuinness as a teammate. I mean, when me and you were racing as kids, we looked up to John as like a hero, and we still do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. And over the years, obviously, I've become such good friends with John and Nathan and everyone, and now to be working together as well, sort of a big tick box and a bit of icing on the cake sort of thing. So I'm just looking forward to getting stuck into testing now and the new bikes.
Cool, mate. Thanks for your time. Looking forward to seeing you out on track. John, welcome to the NEC. We're here again, but you've got a bigger and even better team to play with this year. What's it feel to have a new teammates?
Brilliant, yeah. Dean Harrison in the team is fantastic. Obviously, last couple of years I've seen sort of his backside just disappear into the distance on the TT track. So I know kid's got the minerals to do the job. I'm really looking forward to working with him, and want to see the brand right at the sharp end. I'm sure that Dean's capable of doing it, and and young Jack as well. Jack Kennedy on the 600, so much pedigree in the 600 class. He's the man for the job. So yeah, super exciting times ahead. Again, Nathan, we need to get him to the TT this year safely, and so yeah, good strong team, bit of youth, bit of experience, speed. I'm embarking on my 34th season, so it's looking forward to getting stuck into it.
Cool, mate. And obviously for this year, we've got a brand new Fireblade and we've got a brand new CBR 600 RR. What's your plans? Are you going to be doing Superbike, Superstock, or are you going to be doing Supersport also?
I think at the minute the priority for me is Superbike, Superstock. That's what I want to really concentrate on. I looked at the 600 now and I'm like, I want to have a go on that as well. So I'm sure I'll be able to do some laps on it, give some feedback on the bike, and help the team to where they need to be. So whether I get to race one at this stage, I don't know, but 100% Superbike, 4 races at the TT, that's enough for an old man like me. But if if I'm feeling good and there's a bike available on the 600, yes, I would still quietly like to do it again. Yeah.
Cool, mate. And finally, what's your plan for the start of the season? Will you be doing British Superstock? Are you going to jump on Superbike? Are you going to do testing?
Do you know what? I'm sat here now, you've curveballed me a little bit. I'm not 100% certain. It's we'll be definitely doing some riding, some testing. I'd love to do the first round, but I don't think we can. I don't think Superstock are going to Navarra. I'm not sure.
So there's no Superstock at Navarra, but then I think you get a double round at the next one.
Well, that's it then, yeah. Next round will be round 1, so we'll definitely be, well, I hope so, we'll be going to that. But as long as you get plenty of mileage under my belt, somewhere on any sorts of track, I'll be happy. Last year we were ready. Those tests in Spain, first 2 rounds of the British Championship, I felt pretty good and strong last year, and it worked out great for me. So hopefully we'll do the same. And but I'll be going along to the races and helping the team and putting my little bit in there, and hopefully we can be right at the sharp end.
Cool. And just finally, here on the Honda stand, you've also got other of your bike collection around the NEC. So you've got your Mugen bike, we've got your anniversary bike.
Yeah, I'm still a super fan, and I've got some cool bikes in my collection, and I've done some. Last few years I've been supported by NGK spark plugs, and last few years we've had 3 of my bikes here. So the bike I did my 100 start bike, my gold bike, my 15 TT winning bike, which is probably my finest hour. My 2014 TT winning Mugen is there as well. And I have my 250, 1996 NX5 250, which is on the Bennett stand, which is a little bit of a tribute to Paul Bird. With Bird, was a big. He gave me my big break, and he's been still part of my life and advisory role for a long time. So we thought we'd bring the 250 and just a little nod to Birdie, So.
Cool, mate. Looking forward to seeing you on the new 5-blade. Thanks for your time, mate. Cheers, mate. Welcome to the NEC, welcome to Honda Racing. I think you're going to be the busiest man in the paddock. So you've got Superbike riders, Super Sport riders, Superstock riders, and Pathway bikes. Are you sure you're taking enough on?
We've got a lot on for sure. We've got massive change and introduction change, if you like, to the Fireblade, bringing back the 600. Lots of targets and plans for us to do for the future, and the only way to do that is having the right team and structure around to do it. So big increase for riders for sure. Obviously I'm going to have more support with work and mechanics, so a lot going on, but really looking forward to the challenge for next year.
And as well as new riders, you've got 2 new bikes. So we've got the new Fireblade for 2024 and the new CBR 600RR. It's great to see the CBR back in British Supersport. That's a lot of work to get these bikes ready.
It is. The CBR 600RR, that coming back into a racing format is a challenge in itself, because what we're trying to do is to get within the FIM rules for World Supersport, to drop down into the next generation within BSB, but then that to morph into the roads for the Northwest and the TT, having that one platform. So it's important for me to be working with Japan and trying to get that all sorted out. And who better to sign than Jack Kennedy there to do the job for us with that. Then you move to the new Fireblade, the revisions and everything else that's taken place with that. The 2024, first time for a lot of things with Honda with that. And again, we're looking forward to that challenge. That bike, the machinery, everything all coming in ready for next year.
Cool. And it's not just Honda Racing as the factory team. We've also taken British Superstock title again, and we've got the Pathway bikes coming through, and we had a number of bikes in Superstock next year. So how is that progressing for 2024?
Well, Chad, if you go back to 2019, when we probably had like 2 Hondas on the grid, and now you move to 2023, and I think we've got 30-something, 32 with wildcards. And again now the introduction to the 600. So we've got to evolve and move with this and look to support with the pathway to get the riders in, moving and understanding a superbike, help the riders coming back into Supersport. So there's going to be a lot, and there's going to be a lot that we're going to probably look to get support with the dealer network and look to support within the rest of the business. But it's a massive transition from 2019 to 2023 and 24.
Thanks for your time, mate. Really looking forward to seeing the new Fireblade and CBR 600 on the roads and in British Superbike and BSB. Thanks for your time, mate.
Thanks,